Hey, Taylor. Quick question. One, any changes with the starting lineup? And two, any update on Grayson, how he's progressing through the concussion protocol at this point?
Yeah, I'll start with the second half of that, Evan. Grayson's doing really well. They have these concussion scores that, guys get monitored on every single day. Continues to go down, which is great. Got to get back to his baseline, but he's progressing really well. All the different steps that you got to take in the concussion protocol, he's doing a really good job in that right now. So happy to hear that news. And then Kyle's officially going to be out tonight with a little respiratory illness. So we just wanted to kind of play that safe, and he'll be out tonight. And then VC will step into the starting lineup.
Parker Fleming.
Hey, Coach, even though Jonas Valanciunas got in foul trouble the other night, it allowed you to have the opportunity to have a pretty small lineup with John Morant around Dylan Brooks, Justice Winslow, Kyle, and Brandon Clark. Just what do you delight from the returns of that and just the two-way versatility of those four guys in particular on the court next to Ja?
Yeah, I mean, it was, one of those moments where, JV unfortunately got into foul trouble and we had to kind of flip our script a little bit. We had talked about it earlier in the game, just with how much small ball Houston plays and how much switching, they present out there. As BC at the five, something that we might want to explore. That hand kind of got dealt to us and we kind of went with that and obviously, had some really good results. But I think just, the athleticism that those guys have, the versatility and the interchangeability positional wise, BC setting a tone, obviously with his pace and screening and pick and rolls. But it's been great to see, DB and Justice out there together, kind of getting to see what that pairing could look like. Obviously KA's had a lot of success at the four. So it was kind of one of those, we prepared for it. We got that opportunity and we, were encouraged by what we saw. So just knowing what the league, puts out there night in and night out, you never know what lineups you're going to face, but we've always been in the back of our mind thinking about what a BC at the five lineup could be. Obviously, we've got a ton of confidence in JV and X being our fives, but BC at the five is something that we've wanted to explore and kind of get a little bit more of a sample size. It was a great showing and something that kind of put in the back of our mind moving forward as well.
Terry Davis.
How you doing, Coach?
Good, Terry. How are you?
With 2 games left in the All-Star break, how do you keep your guys focused on one game at a time and not focus on getting to the end of Thursday night and just taking one game at a time and not mailing it in and not coming in with no energy?
Yeah, no, I think our guys have great energy. We just focus on just treating every day as normal, not trying to jump too far ahead, and just accepting the challenge that we have in front of us. Obviously, we've got a heck of a Wizards team right now. They're playing extremely well, one of the hottest teams in the league. I think our guys are relishing that opportunity. So, no one's talking about the All-Star break. We're talking about what the schedule is coming up. We know we got 2 tough challenges coming up the rest of the week. And it's a credit to our guys. They know it's go out there and take care of business, home and away, practice days, game days. So it kind of takes care of itself because, these guys do a great job just focused on the day in and day out, focus.
Evan Barnes.
Taylor, with the last game, you guys kind of showed again just kind of how, depth has been a strength for you guys all season. And as the first half kind of winds down, is that kind of something that you're take pride in, that the depth is starting to, show up more as guys are getting healthy?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's huge. That's something, obviously, when we start off the season, we knew we were not going to have our full depth and our full contingent of our roster and have had to kind of mix it up, for the majority of this first half of the season. But, over the last, week plus and going into this final week of the first half of the season, it's very encouraging to see, the different combinations that we're learning about. Obviously, one of the biggest ones is getting Justice back in the lineup and seeing, what his future kind of holds, over the course of the season. But I think he's playing really well. A lot of our rookies have gotten a lot of great opportunities, early in the season. And I think just every opportunity that these guys have been presented, they've taken full advantage of it. And we've gotten a lot of encouraging positive signs, on the development front. So, encouraged to know that we're getting closer to healthy, day by day, week by week. And guys are stepping up into these roles and making the most of it.
Final question, Megan Triplett.
Coach, when you look at this matchup against the Wizards, especially with this backcourt, what do you want to see for them defensively when you have a guy like Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to come out. I talk about all the time. From a team standpoint, having the right appropriate edge early in games. Obviously we've got our game plan, we've got our adjustments, but individually, our guys, ready to accept the challenge. One-on-one situations. Obviously, Westbrook is playing at a really high level right now, especially getting downhill, getting into the paint. His early back downs, attacking off of pick and rolls with force. So it starts individually, one-on-one, the different coverages we're going to throw at Bradley Beal, different situations he's going to be in, off-ball screens, dribble handoffs, pick and rolls. A lot of their offenses run through those guys. Those guys take a lot of shots. Starts with an individual matchup, but our coverages, our bigs there to help them, or the rest of the smalls are there to help in given situations. And, just taking on the mindset of, can we just make this really tough for these guys? They're going to score. They're elite players. They're elite offensive players. We know they're going to score their buckets, but can we just make it a harder night for them than they have recently? And just kind of set that tone on the defensive end. That's got to be our focus. If we can embrace that, I think that's going to be a really good, mentality for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Great. Thanks, everybody.